The term Brahmahatya is often understood to mean the killing of a Brahmin, thus incurring the grave sin of Brahmahatya. However, limiting its meaning to merely the murder of a Brahmin does not do justice to the depth and vastness of the term. Within the Siddha tradition, Brahmahatya holds a far broader and more profound significance. It is essential to understand that while the term is Brahmahatya, it includes the word Brahma, it does not imply the killing of Brahma, the supreme being, as this is not possible. Rather, Brahmahatya refers to the killing of a person who embodies the Brahma principle, Brahma Tattva, upholds Dharma, and whose sole purpose and essence of life is the radiance of Dharma and Brahma. In our revered land, it is taught that every person should be seen as the embodiment of Brahma, because Brahma, the all-pervading divine, resides within each one of us. Yet we examine this earthly plane, this material world, we find that although Brahma dwells within everyone, he often remains hidden or unmanifested. This explains why some individuals in the world commit heinous acts such as rape, deception, fraud, becoming so engrossed in ego and sin that they see themselves as the ultimate authority. They always believe that their thoughts and perceptions are correct, while anything other no is always wrong and bad. These individuals filled with vices are enshrouded in darkness and ignorance. The Brahma within them is concealed, just like the sun obscured by dense black clouds. Similarly, the divine within us is overshadowed by our ego, our vices, our sinful actions, and the dormant state of our consciousness. However, there are also those among us who work diligently, practice self-discipline, perform penance, meditate, and possess compassionate hearts. They do not consider their own gain or loss, but uphold Dharma in their hearts. Through continuous practice and penance, they reach a state where they become one with Brahma. Such a person is of immense importance to this creation. Though for many of us, our administration and the governance system of today, such an individual may not seem significant, as in a democracy, everyone is equal. But the spiritual world operates differently. The spiritual realm comprehends that the presence of such a person, illuminated and filled with divine light, who upholds Dharma, is extremely crucial. Such a person, even while sitting in one place, can influence not just the entire earth, not just the entire galaxy, but a vast expanse of large universe or numerous worlds simultaneously. Consider the sun as the center of our solar system. If one or two planets were destroyed, our solar system would be affected, but the remaining planets would continue to revolve around the sun, right? However, if the sun itself were destroyed, all the planets would lose their direction and be destroyed simultaneously. Similarly, a yogi who embodies the Brahma principle, the Brahma Tattva, whom we call a Siddha, a person who has attained Siddhi and possess Brahmi wisdom, Brahmi Pragya, is extremely important for this creation. For worldly people, such a person may not hold much value, because in a democracy, they cast only one vote like everyone else. But in the spiritual realm, in the world of Dharma, such a person is as essential as the sun is to the planets. Therefore, every negative force, every tamasic energy and the darkness of Kaliyuga strive to destroy such a person. They create tamasic things like deception, fraud, lies, illusions and doubts. They even spread rumors and lies about such a person and plot new conspiracies to trap, defame and humiliate him so that his shining light of knowledge can be extinguished in any way possible. All the evil forces put their full efforts to shut him down. Imagine this scenario. A guru is preparing a disciple. The disciple is also practicing diligently, performing sadhana, but suddenly something happens. The guru, who is distributing everything, spreading light, sharing divine energy, providing spiritual practices, may be seen as fake by some disciple. This disciple might perceive mysterious things and start accusing the guru, claiming that he performs black magic, corrupts the mind, steals power, etc. and etc. Such a negative person can say anything. This person may not know, he may not even know under whose influence he is saying these things. Either his sins have awakened, there are defects within him, or he might have genuinely seen something. I'm not saying that all religious gurus today are true, but I'm not talking about the fake gurus. I'm referring to those truly enlightened individuals who understand what Kaliyuga is, how to conquer the darkness and how to destroy sins. And when someone accuses such a divine person, it is akin to defaming that person. Just as the destruction of the sun leads to destruction of the planets revolving around it, similarly the people who revolve around a divine person, gaining knowledge, spiritual strength and following Dharma, also gets destroyed. A Siddha is a visible Brahma, whom you can see with your eyes. And when people work together to bring down, defame and completely destroy such a person, such a divine person, the power of Kaliyuga and Dharma increases. The surprising thing is that people want to hear negative things about such gurus and siddhas. Imagine if a disciple deceives such a divine guru, defames and humiliates him, it is called Brahmahatya. Because that person not only harmed himself and the Siddha guru, but also destroyed the lives of thousands of people benefiting from that guru who were following him. Therefore, Brahmahatya means killing, troubling or defaming a person who is like Brahma. All these actions fall under Brahmahatya and it is the greatest sin in this universe. So Brahmahatya is not a witch killing a Brahmin who is actually, but Brahmahatya actually is your own mind. When your mind is filled with negativity, doubt and excessive desires, sometimes you adopt a spiritual guise to fulfill them, leading you to defame, trouble or destroy your guru, saint or a person doing good work. In Kaliyuga, people naturally support negativity. Imagine a murderer stabs someone with knife. That stabbed person on the verge of death tries to tell you that this person came and stabbed me. You see the knife in the murderer's hand, but when the murderer says that the person committed suicide and handed him the knife and is falsely accusing him, what will you do? You will believe the dying person, right? No, you will not. Even though he is speaking the truth, you will still say no. You will say no to the dying person. You will say, I want to hear the other version of the story. I want to hear the murderer's version of the story. And then you think you can find out the truth and do justice. But that does not happen. Most people do not have the ability to judge truth and lies. And that is why not everyone can be a judge. In this Kaliyuga, human understanding is not even average. People genuinely cannot figure out who is speaking the truth and who is lying, because it is very complex to know the background of both. In such cases, the true person always suffers and the liar always benefits from the doubt. Hence, if you have harmed a guru, a saint, a tradition, or spread venom against them, incited others against them, created doubt, you are a Brahmahatyara, the person who does the Brahmahatya. And Brahmahatya is the greatest sin, and many people themselves commit Brahmahatya, incite you to commit Brahmahatya, and always think negatively about their own tradition, religion, and culture. Kaliyuga wants you to commit the highest sin, which is defaming saints, destroying your religious traditions, defaming gurus, and making baseless accusations and supporting those who do. Remember, Bhagwan Krishna said that whenever he incarnates on earth, what will he do? Paritranaya sadhuna vinashaya cha dushkritam dharma sansthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. Paritranaya sadhunam. He talked about the protection of saints, saving them. Have you ever thought about why there is a need to save them? They are already enlightened and doing good work and are powerful too. But still, Bhagwan Krishna says, Paritranaya sadhuna. Why would there be a need for Bhagwan to incarnate and to protect liberated beings? The reason is that in Kaliyuga. In Kaliyuga, everyone will become a Brahmahatyara. You will see that modern Kaliyugi platforms like Netflix produce series and movies against saints and religious people. Why don't they make such content against others? Do others not commit such acts as shown in these series? But no. Their goal is to sow the seed of Brahmahatya in your mind so deeply that you do not even realize that you are committing the greatest sin of this creation. So that you can sit with someone anywhere, anytime, and criticize any saint or guru, call them fraud, and say that they must have done something wrong because the other person can never be wrong. So now you understand why Bhagwan will have to incarnate to protect the saints. Even though they are enlightened, because in this Kaliyuga, even they will need protection because of you. Because Kaliyuga has sown the seeds of Brahmahatya in your mind. After that, Bhagwan will destroy Dharma. Dharma sansthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. Therefore, he has to come again and again to establish Dharma, and this situation arises because of you. Because of your skepticism, doubting in places where you should not doubt. You do not doubt even 1% where you should. Thus, Brahmahatya is not the killing of Brahmin by caste, but the killing of a person who knows Brahma, embodies the Brahma principle, the Brahma Tattva, and upholds Dharma.